Welcome everyone to the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. This is our Tao Calligraphy Healing Field evening in Vancouver, in British Columbia. And I have two very special guests with us tonight. And I want to welcome everyone who's joining us on live stream. And we have a team. Always there's a team. It takes a village to do something. It takes a village to do anything these days. My goodness. I can't even change a light bulb by myself because I can't reach the ceiling. So I need someone else to help me. So anyways, so welcome to the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. This is a very special and unique experience. Are you here for the first time? Yeah. Have you been in the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field before? Also share if you were here last week, because we did Tao Song blessings, and we're going to do more. But I want to share some information with you about what happened with Tao Song blessings this past week, because 6 people's lives were changed. I didn't know what to expect when I started to do these blessings, and I was just astonished, absolutely astonished. So I'm going to share with you. I can share 2 of them with some details. The others I'm still waiting to get permission, but I can give you some general idea of what happened. Yeah. So please share in the chat, as I said, what brought you here today, and what are you looking to transform? What are you looking to transform in the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field? I'm going to share my screen with you because I want to give you, I have a PowerPoint that we're using, and I want to explain what is the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field, how does the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field work, how is it created, and then I'll invite our guests to share their experience, which is pretty amazing. I'm going to share my screen. What is the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field? To understand what the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field is, you need to understand what is the Tao. So Tao cannot be explained by words or comprehended by thoughts. Who said this? Well, Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu is considered a sage, a wise man, a philosopher, a spiritual teacher. He is revered. Almost all philosophy departments at universities around the world teach from his book, the Tao Te Ching. And the Tao Te Ching is actually, statistically, it is the 2nd most widely read book after the Bible. And people study it in all walks of life. Housewives, stay-at-home dads, business people, business owners, titans of industry, country leaders, athletes, scientists, inventors, pretty much anyone and everyone. So what he wanted us to know is, what is the purpose of life? He was trying to answer that question for us. And he gave a very eloquent answer because so many people study his work. He said the Tao cannot be explained or comprehended by thoughts, cannot be seen, cannot be heard, cannot be touched. It has no yin or yang. It has no time, no space, no shape, no image. Cannot see it with the physical eye, cannot see it with the third eye. The Tao is the name that Lao Tzu gave to the ultimate creator and source, the creator of heaven and Mother Earth, and countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. The Tao carries a source field. That source field carries the 10 Tao qualities. The 10 Tao qualities are the greatest qualities of the Tao. They are greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest compassion, greatest light, greatest humility, greatest harmony, greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and greatest enlightenment. If we as human beings focus on developing the 10 Da, the world would change. Because 10 Da is unconditional love. 10 Da is unconditional forgiveness. You know, the news, at least in North America, it's a painful, very painful what's happening. Because we cannot forgive, because we cannot love, our hearts get disturbed. And then we do and say things that can have unbelievably painful and horrific repercussions. But if we focus on developing our greatest and unconditional love, so that we love everybody, understanding that they may be doing the best that they can, given where they are in their lives. If we can forgive, knowing that everybody's doing the best that they can, given where they are in their lives. If we can extend the greatest compassion, because everyone needs support. I just mentioned I cannot, I have 3 dark rooms because the lights all went out at the same time, but I cannot reach the ceiling. So I need help. Everybody needs help. If we can offer our greatest compassion, if we can empower everyone to live their healthiest and happiest life, the world would be different. If we can be the embodiment of the greatest light, head to toe, skin to bone, the greatest humility, head to toe, skin to bone, then the greatest harmony and flourishing would be in abundance in the world. And so the Tao Te Ching teaches us how to do this. But unlike a culture like the US, which is very direct and, every sentence is very directive, the Tao Te Ching requires that you understand the book within the book within the book within the book, and you need a teacher who can help you understand it, because it's old Chinese. So Master Sha is in fact doing a series on this. But what you need to know is that the Tao is the name that he gave to the ultimate creator and source. The source that created heaven, Mother Earth, countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. And the source who created everyone and everything. The Tao source field has ultimate source frequency and vibration. This is the vibration of creation of everyone and everything. It carries the most positive information, energy, and matter, so it can transform even the most negative of information, energy, and matter that is being carried by anyone or anything related to any aspect of life. It is the highest soul, and so it carries the highest soul power to create transformation starting at the soul level. The message of the level of message, the level of information, which is the highest level of the 5 levels of creation. Because what we experience in life is a reflection of the information that we're carrying. I'll talk about that in a minute. So let me finish talking about the Tao. So the Tao source field that the Tao is carrying has infinite capabilities. In scientific terms, the Tao is a vacuum. It is a field, an invisible field of infinite energy. It is bigger than biggest, smaller than smallest. So what is then the Tao calligraphy? What is then Tao calligraphy? Well, calligraphy is art. everybody knows Chinese calligraphy has been around for thousands of years, but the Chinese are not the only ones who use calligraphy for healing. Many other cultures also use calligraphy. But Chinese calligraphy is the art of writing Chinese characters, and with painting, it is considered one of the most important and honored ancient Chinese arts. It is often taught to help an individual cultivate the qualities of the Tao in their thoughts, in their words, in their speech, in their entire being. That's the power of calligraphy. Chinese calligraphy has been praised as poetry without language or words, dancing without movement, and painting without a picture, music without sound. Each calligraphy, each character tells a story, has a message. Tao calligraphy is not just any Chinese calligraphy. Tao calligraphy is oneness, is source, oneness transformative art. Calligraphy is the carrier of the Tao field, the source field. So the calligraphy is carrying a field of the highest frequency and vibration from the source, of the most positive source messages, of the most positive information, energy, and matter. And it can transform any aspect of life, health, relationships, finance, and the spiritual journey, your house, your business, anything can be transformed in this field. So, let's see. So the power, as I just mentioned, the power in one sentence, the power and significance of the Tao calligraphy field and the Tao Song, which we're going to focus on tonight, is that they carry the most positive information that can transform negative fields, negative soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter in any and every aspect of life, including health, relationships, finances, spiritual journey, and more. So what I want to do next is explain to you, why do we have negative information? How does that get there? And how does this work? How does the field transform this? So I'm showing you this chart that says the universal law of Shen Qi Jing. On the far left are 3 characters. And I'm going to pause this right now, actually. Is there anyone who's joining us for the first time? Is there anyone who has never been in a Tao calligraphy healing field? Can you post on the chat? Can you say, I'm new, I'm here for the first time? So the ancient traditional Tao teachings, the ancient teachings on which the traditions such as Tai Chi, Qigong, acupuncture, Feng Shui, 5 elements are based. One of the ancient teachings is a teaching called Shen Qi Jing. This teaching says that everyone and everything is made of soul, heart, mind, and energy and matter. And together, energy and matter make up body. So Shen has 3 components to it. Shen is soul, heart, and mind. So soul in the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm, is spirit. And the spirit leads the heart. When the soul leaves the body, that's when the body is no longer functioning. Master Sha often shares a story. Many people know Daniel Brinkley. So I had the chance to meet him when he came to San Francisco, and he visited Master Sha at his booth the first time. And he came over, and he had gout, and he was wondering if Master Sha could help him. Daniel wrote a book based on his near-death experience. He's had several of them. And what he shared recently is that he realized both his own experience and then working with others, that basically what happens is when the soul leaves, then the body is considered to have transitioned. So for him, he had a heart attack, and when the soul left, they were trying to resuscitate him. They're not able to resuscitate him, but then somehow the soul comes back, and then they're able to resuscitate him. Yeah. So he's gone through several of these. So the soul leads the heart. The heart leads the mind. The heart, in the ancient teachings, is the core of life. This is the heart chakra. It's the heart chakra we're referring to. It's not the physical heart that pumps your blood. It's the heart. It's the core of life. The heart leads the mind. Mind is consciousness. It's our level of awareness, right? And there are many, many layers of awareness. The mind leads the energy, and the energy leads the matter. Matter is body fluids. And it's actually what we can touch, feel, see, smell. Okay? So in quantum physics and in Tao science, which is the last column, they explain Shen Qi Jing as information, as an information pathway. And the soul is the warehouse of information. It has all of the messages related to you. It has all of the messages related to me, all of the messages related to every person who's on this webcast. It has all of the messages of everything that they have ever said, done, thought, whether it's positive or negative. Those messages are activated and then received one by one or more than one by the heart. The heart, the core of life, is the receiver of the information, the receiver of the message. The heart receives the message and says, action this. Sends it to the mind, the processor of information, who begins to put into action, to take that message and begins to manifest it into physical form. So sends a message to the energy. If it's a positive message of healing, of flourishing, of abundance, of happiness, of success, of great service, great wisdom, great knowledge, then the energy raises the frequency and the vibration. If it's a message of learning, of needing to learn a lesson, then the energy drops. And the lesson manifests as illness, as a challenge in finances, in a relationship, in intelligence, or in any other aspect of life. So what happens is we have a mix. We have good aspects of our lives and not so good aspects of our lives. So I have had health challenges ever since I was born. I have food allergies. Those food allergies were not diagnosed until I was in my mid-40s. And that caused a lot of damage in my digestive system, right? Now I have, I had since I was born, spinal column issues. A few years ago, I developed spinal cord issues. Very, very painful. But I have areas of my life where I've had great success, great flourishing. So always there is a yin and yang, positive and not so positive. What the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field can do is it can help us to transform the negative, which you see in the line of black circles with a minus sign. It can help us to transform the negative information to positive information. because it is source frequency and vibration. It is source most positive message. It is source infinite capabilities. It is the source power of creation that is coming to transform our negative information. That's what's happening. So let's experience this, yeah? I want to help you to experience this, but what I want to do is I want to teach you a practice for the heart. So a practice for the heart, what I want you to do is take your hands and you're going to actually put them in a kind of, create kind of a, it's called like a lotus or a flower, yeah? So you're going to put your hands together, your, what's it called, the heel of your hands together. You're going to touch your thumbs and you're going to touch your pinky. And then, see if you can see that. You can see that against the black. And then spread out your fingers. Then you're going to take this lotus and you're going to put it in front of your heart chakra. Don't touch the body, just put it in front of your heart chakra. And what we're going to do, what this is going to do is it's going to create a high density field and it's going to help us to open our heart. In fact, let me make it easier because some people, they have issues with the hands. So you can just literally put one hand, cup your hand a little bit, yeah? And then put it in front of your message center, your heart chakra. And then you can put the other hand in front of your lower abdomen. That's easier. So you don't have to think about, I can't get my fingers. It's too complicated. And people have challenges. So one hand in front of your heart chakra, one hand in front of your lower abdomen. Okay, so that's easy enough, right? You can do that. That's your body power. And you're going to sit, feet flat on the ground, back straight, tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Just barely touching the hard palate. Stretch your spine. Reach down to Mother Earth's heart with your feet. Reach up to heaven's heart with your head. Ground yourself. So we have heaven, human being, Mother Earth, and the Tao, because we're in the Tao field, are joining as one. So all that swirling around in your heart, in your mind, in your body, the field will help to transform it. The field will help you to gain inner peace. Because all that swirling creates, the swirling inside of us creates swirling on the outside. Chaos in here, chaos out there. Yeah. But we want peace. We want harmony. We want everyone to feel loved. We want everyone to feel cherished. We want everyone to feel that they are a powerful being that can contribute to humanity and to the world, right? So one hand over the heart chakra, one hand over the lower abdomen. Visualize golden light in the heart chakra, golden light in your lower abdomen. That's creative visualization. So let's just do this. We'll chant. And after we practice, I might play a CD for you. So this is body power, mind power, creative visualization. Mantras are sound power. Sound power has frequency vibration. You can chant mantras, and depending on the mantra that you chant, you can create healing and transformation. So I'm going to teach you a mantra, and this mantra is in the book, the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field Book. I've got this here with me. You can see it. So in this book, you can actually access what is animation videos that show you how to practice. I'm just going to teach you this practice. So the sound power is ah, A-H, ah. And this sound opens, vibrates in the heart chakra. This sound was given to Master Sha by the Source in 2008. And that sound is the sound of the mantra that heaven, Mother Earth, and the Source are chanting when they do their spiritual practice. This is the mantra that the saints, the planets, stars, galaxies, that they are chanting when they do practices. In fact, all of them, all of those mantras are here in this book. They're part of the Tenda. The mantras that we chant for the Tenda. That's how powerful these are. So close your eyes. Visualize golden light. And I'm going to do the invocation that's in this book, and then you can follow. When you get the book, if you don't have it, you can get the book from Amazon. And it comes really fast, too. So let me see. So close your eyes. We're going to say hello to our inner souls, and then we'll say hello to the outer souls. So dear soul, mind, body of my heart chakra, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. You have the power to purify my heart chakra, to open, to develop the greatest love, unconditional love. Do a good job. Thank you. Dear Tao Source, Divine, dear Buddhas, saints, if you have special saints that you connect with, dear Heaven, Mother Earth, countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please forgive my ancestors and me for all mistakes we have made in all lifetimes that have polluted our hearts and that have polluted others' hearts. I'm extremely sorry for all these mistakes. I apologize from the bottom of my heart to all the souls my ancestors and I have hurt or harmed in these ways. In order to be forgiven, I will serve unconditionally. To chant and meditate is to serve. I will chant and meditate as much as I can. I will offer unconditional service as much as I can. I unconditionally forgive anyone who hurt or harmed me or my ancestors in all lifetimes. I am extremely grateful. Thank you. And we chant. We're going to chant a mantra that's actually going to create a circle, but I don't want to go into that. I just want to teach you the mantra. Inhale. We're inhaling the light from the universe, from not from the field, but from the universe. Deep breath in, and we chant. So, Aya, 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 yo. Aya, Aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. And so the team is posting for you the mantra, so you can follow along. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, Aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, Aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, Aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. So you close your eyes and focus on the light, and I will chant for you. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. So post in the chat, what did you experience? And I'm going to invite the master teachers. So we'll start with Sarah Baker. So go ahead, Sarah, and share your third eye images. What did you see during that practice?
Thank you very much, Jimena. It was really very interesting. What I saw was that there was a lot of I would say, jagged energy in the fields of, everybody that's participating to start with. Maybe people feeling a little stressed out, or there's some worry or something like that. And we're showing up like little lightning bolts, kind of, little jaggy things like that. And then as the mantra started, the waves came in from 360 degrees, and they were just like smooth, long, slow, light waves. And they just kind of dissipated all of these little symbols, these little jagged uh, pieces of disconnection or whatever they were, upset, that were in there, and just smoothed it all out. So the whole field became very, very, the only way I can describe it is just smooth. It was very peaceful, it was very smooth, and the messages, definitely the information in the field, the communal field that we've created here, that we are in here, was completely transformed. So that's what I saw. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. And Monique?
Yes, thank you so much, Jimena, particularly when you chanted. Oh, it transported me in another realm. And what I experienced is the expansion went beyond, like it felt like the whole field inside of me expanded. And when I say it transported me in another realm, it felt like almost the dissolving of the boundaries of my body. And what I experienced also is a beautiful connection between my heart and my lower abdomen, and this connection was very, very soothing and calming. And I've visualized with my spiritual eye this incredible, beautiful, glittering, like a shower of light inside. And I was totally transported in another realm, just totally relaxed. So thank you so much.
Very beautiful. Beautiful images. Both you and Sarah have very advanced, third eyes. So what is happening that they're describing is that the field with So here we have a field that's made up of a number of different calligraphies. Each calligraphy has a field, specific field. So there's a field for the calligraphy for healing sadness. There's a field for healing large intestine, a field for healing nose, one for healing mouth, lips, teeth, and gums. So when we come together as a group, each one of us has our own field. And it then creates a collective field, right? So that's what Sarah was describing as when we come together, then whatever disharmony we have inside of us is radiating, and then she could see it as jaggedness in the field. Then what Monique was describing is basically the transformation of the negativity to light. And she experienced it as the harmonizing inside of her, this internal harmonizing of the upper part with her heart with the lower abdomen. But that, what's happening inside of her, is happening also to everyone who's here, and therefore is happening in the entire field. So the field that's here at the center is now expanded to where you are. Your negativity is being transformed to positive source information, and then that's radiating back out into the field. So it's a process of transformation and creation that's happening at the same time. What is happening is the sound, the mantras are carrying the mantras I mentioned to you. The mantras that are in this book were given to Master Sha in 2008. He's received higher level teachings, but the mantras have remained the same. They were given to him by the source. And what is then happening is that the mantra is carrying the field, but you and I can carry the field. You and I can receive this Tao source field as a golden light ball. So I'm a Tao Song practitioner, and I received this treasure. I received actually many of these from the beginning. I received just about every single Tao Song practitioner treasure and Tao dance practitioner treasure that Master Sha has offered. I think I've only missed one. And so when I activate it, I haven't activated that treasure at the moment, but when I activated it and I chant, then the sound the sound of the mantras that I chant are very powerful. And I did this last week, and I myself did not know what was going to happen. I work with 6 people. I want to share with you what happened for them, because this to me is astonishing. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen and bring up 2 stories, but these have details that I can share with you. Tao Song, what is Tao Song? So Tao Song carries a source field. And that field has the most positive information, energy, and matter. And it can transform negative information, energy, and matter. Tao sacred mantras are expressed through Tao Song. So the Tao Song is literally the carrier of the source field. So when we chant those mantras in this field, it's very powerful. The song is spreading the field through sound, yeah? I want to share what happened when I turned on my Tao treasures. So this is, there's a typo there, but that's okay. You forgive me. So this is a story of a client who had connected with me and said, I need help. My lower abdomen is inflamed. It's painful. I've had this for 2 to 3 weeks. It feels like my large intestine is about to explode. And I said, what is the level of inflammation on a scale of 1 to 10? 8. Level of pain, 8. Very, very painful, right? So could not really eat. One Tao Song blessing, when I activated my Tao Song practitioner, this is the email the person wrote to me that evening. Wow, had a good supper, no pain, no inflammation. I feel so good. I said to her, I did a reading. You're probably going to need three of these blessings. Yeah. Hopefully this will continue. For now, I will not get another blessing. That's a client's choice. Thank you so much, with the little hearts and the little, gratitude. I will be joining you tomorrow on the morning session. This person had tried just about everything. And a group of people were offering blessings to her. And still nothing much changed. I met with her for 30 minutes. It was I chanted for 15 minutes. I chanted mantras for her for 15 minutes with the Tao Song treasure. This is one story. I have another client. Painful joints, knees, hands, lower back. Pretty much the knees, the person said 1 or 2 every day. Hands 2 or 3. But if she's doing anything, like working in the garden, pruning, pulling out weeds, guaranteed the pain levels will go up to a 5 or higher. When I said to her, what happens when your pain levels are 5 or higher, that's when that voice starts in the head starts going, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. And you start looking for medication and anything to try and get relief, right? The lower back for her is almost always at a 3, but will instantly go to a 5 or higher with any kind of activity. So if she decides she's going to clean out a closet and there's a lot of bending down or stretching to take something down, that back pain will go to a 5 very quickly. So immediately after I did 2 blessings, 2 Tao Song blessings for this person, immediately after the first, all of her pain levels went down to a 1 or a 2. The next day, this is the thing that's amazing. The next day, spent the day gardening. Her pain levels went up to a 2. That's it. 2 for the back, 2 for the hands. She gave herself a Tao hands blessing, and they went back down to a 1 and have stayed at a 1. Why? Why? Because the Tao Song practitioner golden light ball is very high level. It can transform very high level messages. I want to share a couple more stories. I worked with somebody who has had this back pain, very high level back pain, and for many years, 30 some years. I did 2 Tao Song blessings for the person. And when they would bend forward, extremely painful. And the pain was such that they could not get up from the chair using their legs and their back. They would have to push. You can see myself. I'm pushing myself up using my hands. 2 Tao Song blessings. No pain when the person bends forward, can get up using their legs and their back. They still have pain when they lean back, but that'll probably for that. I hope that'll change for them. I didn't know. I have to be very honest. I had no expectations. I didn't know what would happen, but I looked for people that had very high level challenges and that had tried everything. So some of these people came through a referral. A practitioner that is working with them referred them to us because they had taken them as far as they could. That practitioner had taken them as far as they could go. The practitioner, when I shared, said, "Wow, what is this blessing? What is this that you're talking about?" Yeah. So what I want to do, let me make sure I'm way out. My agenda's gone out the window, but that's okay. So what I want to do is I want to find one person one person on the who's on the webcast, and I want you to share if you would like to be a demo. If you would like to be a demo, please post, I would like to be a demo. And what is the condition? Okay, and I'll choose somebody, and then I will chant for you like I chanted for them. So you can experience the power of the Tao Song if you'd like to be a demo. So one more story that I want to share with you while we wait for people. So I'm working with somebody who has neuropathy. And what this person explained to me their experience, which is it feels like they have a pad underneath their feet, so they can't really stand and they can't really feel the floor. Carpeting is comfortable, but walking on like a tile floor is not comfortable. Cannot really stabilize herself. So when she would stand, she would need to literally be leaning on something, right? I think the pain levels, and this is where I need to get their permission. They haven't yet given me permission for to release the details. But the pain levels have gone down dramatically. Dramatically. And this person, yeah, I can't, I have to wait for them to give me the go-ahead. But it's a significant lifestyle change for them, yeah? Because if you can't, getting in and out of a car is difficult. Just standing, walking in the kitchen is difficult. Their life is compromised in ways that we don't understand unless we experience it, right? So for her, this is like, she said, I have hope. I was losing hope. It's amazing, right? So Nuri, you have this persistent cough. Let me chant for you. You'll be the demo. So close your eyes, and I will chant for you. I will do a silent invocation. And I would suggest that you visualize light, Nuri, in your lungs. And, and if you are familiar and comfortable, with the forgiveness practice, you can do that yourself. And everybody else, you'll be in the field, and you're likely also to experience the field. So I invite you to close your eyes and silently also make a request. You get what's called the splash blessing. Okay, close your eyes, Nuri. Shangyayo Dao, Shangyayo Jong. So let me start over. Shangyayo Dao, Shangyayo Jong. Shangyayo Ling, Shangyam Yoshu, Shangyayo Ling, Shangyayo Dao, Shangyayo Jong, Shangyayo Ling, Shangyayo Shu, Shangyayo Kong, Shangyayo Dao, Shangyayo Jong, Shangyayo Ling, Shang Yang Yo Shu Shang Ya Yo Kong Shang Ya Yo Dao Shang Ya Yo Zhong Shang Ya Yo Ling Shang Yang Yo Shu Shang Ya Yo Kong. Keep your eyes closed. I'm going to chant for your Waijiao. Yo ya yo dao, yo ya yo zhong, yo ya yo ling, yo ya yo shu, yo ya yo kong, yo ya yo dao, yo ya yo zhong. Yo ya yo ling, yo ya yo shu, yo ya yo kong, yo ya yo dao, yo ya yo zhong, yo ya yo ling, yo ya yo shu, yo ya yo kong. Keep your eyes closed. I'm going to chant the Qi channel for you. Shi yo yo dao, shi yo yo zhong, shi yo yo ling, shi yo yo shu, shi yo yo kong, shi yo yo dao, shi yo yo zhong, shi yo yo ling, shi yo yo shu, shi yo yo kong, shi yo yo dao, shi yo yo zhong, shi yo yo ling, shi yo yo shu, shi yo yo kong, shi yo yo dao, shi yo yo zhong, shi yo yo ling, shi yo yo shu, shi yo yo kong, shi yo yo dao, shi yo yo zhong, shi yo yo ling, shi yo yo shu, shi yo yo kong. How? So, Monique, you want to share? What did you see? Or maybe you do a flow? What?
I'd like to share what I saw. It was absolutely beautiful. Congratulations, Nori. And the first part of the chanting, it was like, it was going really deep into the lungs, into the bronchioles. And I literally saw things flying out, like, wow. Like, they were like letters. They were letters. Like a letter that you write. It's like rewriting her story of illness. They were gone. The story of illness was leaving. When you chanted for the Waijiao, wow, it's created like I don't want to say a shield, but an area of protection all around the lungs. Beautiful space, and it's like a protecting from anything that may trigger illness or weakness, just protecting with beautiful light. And when you chanted for the chi channel, it's like the whole, Nori's whole body was filled with that beautiful light. And again, uh, dissolving the message of illness, transforming into a beautiful new message of health and and strength and easiness of breathing, totally clearing the breathing, the whole channel.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Monique. And Sarah, do you want to share?
Yes, thank you very much. What I saw was right away. I saw that there were little like burrs. You know, when you go for a walk in the field and you get burrs stuck on you, or your dog's got a burr stuck on it. It was like that. There was little burrs down on the lining of her lung that I could see. When the chanting started, those burrs turned into little circles, little balls, which turned into golden balls, which then began to expand into the size of the lung until the burrs were gone. And the message that came through for me was that these burrs were connected to old memories that were creating sadness. So for the Waijiao, I kind of went into emptiness myself, because that chant is so beautiful and so powerful. I love it. But for the Chi channel, really saw where the energy needed to move through the Chi channel for Nori, particularly down at the base of the tailbone. There was a little bit of congestion and blockage there, and then again up towards the navel. But those were running very, very smoothly by the end of the chant. So congratulations, Nori.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. Sarah. And so, Nuri, you haven't posted, but it would be very good if you could post in the chat. So what did you experience, yeah? So you're receiving... So you receive what's called the splash, yeah? So what did you experience? Can you share that in the chat, everyone else? Yeah. And so Nuri says, thank you. Okay, you're welcome. We're going to move on, and then when Nuri posts, then I guess we'll come back to it. Because I have a couple of guests that I want you to meet. I have two people. I mentioned one of our clients, for instance, has received Tao hands. So I'm not sure. I'm not able to, just so the team knows, I'm not really able to read chats. It's too many things going on at the same time. So Nuri says, right away, the first thing was I was filled with gratitude and thought how beautiful. Thank you. I felt electricity in both hands. Okay. Anna says, as a splash, I experienced some tingling in my belly. So tingling is a sign of movement, right? Tingling is a sign of movement. Yeah. So I mentioned earlier that one of the people who had received the Tao Song blessing, that she had given herself a Tao hands. So everyone can receive Tao healing hands. And I want to introduce you to a lady who just received Tao healing hands 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Her name is Sharon. And I invited her, I asked her if she would share. I watched her over the weekend. It was a Saturday and a Sunday training. I watched her whole face change. I watched her start to glow. And so I asked her, I said, would you be willing to come and share your story? So Sharon, tell us, you got your Tao hands. What's been your experience with Tao hands? for yourself first, if you're comfortable sharing that, and then I'll ask you, because you joined the 10-day challenge as well, but start with yourself.
Okay, thank you so much. I really enjoyed the training that we had, and when you were speaking about the changes from, I guess, on the Saturday to the Sunday, just I felt this lightness in my head, like so much. There was so much going on for me, but just this lightness and a settling, just like a calmness and a peace that went throughout my entire body, and I had different shivers. I don't know what other words to describe them, but that's just how it felt. So that was very healing. And this practice for me has been, I've worked a lot with the forgiveness practice, and I also have that, the calligraphy book, the green one. So I've been doing the wood element, working through that. And that has, now I can hear my liver making, like, anyways, my stomach anyways making sounds of digestion, which I haven't heard before. So I feel it's working on something. And also I've been doing Tao blessings for my pets. I have a friend that just went into hospital, and I did a healing for her, and she's has felt just been able to sleep. She hasn't been able to sleep since she's been there. She's been in hospital for 2 weeks. So, well, it will be 2 weeks by the end of this week. So that's been, and she's been very groggy during the day. So I will pass along all the things that she needs to continue this practice while she's at home. But it was just very transformative. I felt very empowered that I can. Monique is the one that suggested I take this training, and yeah, I had wanted her to do a treasure for me, and she encouraged me just to participate, and it was very, very helpful. And I feel that this will be a very useful, sacred tool to help empower my clients. Yeah, so thank you.
Wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I still see the light in you now. I was just watching you as you were speaking, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the light. That's the light that I saw on the Sunday, on the second day of the training. And that's great, because what that says is that you're able to hold on to it, right? Because sometimes we bring the source frequency and vibration comes in, the light comes in, but then there's a lot of pollution that comes at us, where our own thoughts, our own words can get in the way, create, and then we kind of lose that. But I see you're doing your practice, because I can see how you are, in fact, still filled with light. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, beautiful. Is there anything else that you want to share about is there anything else that you want to share about your experience with the Tao hands?
I think I'm visiting a friend, and she has a horse farm, and I even did it outside. I don't know if people just do it inside or outside, but I felt that was different, standing up versus sitting down. So I just.
And did you offer the blessing to a horse?
No, I offered it to my friend.
Oh, to your friend. Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah, she was working outside. So, yeah, there's just something about feeling very grounded outside too.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's something that you do or.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it's better. It's actually, if you can be in nature, absolutely, because you're connecting, right? You're connecting to Mother Earth in a way that's different than when you're inside. Yeah, beautiful. Well, congratulations on becoming a Tao Healing Hands practitioner. So we'll see you we'll see you June 18th and 19th. That's when the level 3 will be done. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you for being here.
You.
Barb, I want to invite her. She's been a Tao Hands practitioner for a while. So Barb, share with everybody, what was your reaction when you first heard about the 10-day challenge? And then what prompted you to join? Because I think there was a transformation somewhere there.
Yeah. So when Jimena suggested this 10-day challenge, I thought, ugh, like, I don't know if I can't think of 10 people that I could give a blessing to right now. Like, ugh, I don't know. And then I thought, no, that's wrong thinking. I have to step up to the challenge. And so I did. And amazingly, every day of the 10 days, someone presented themselves. Like more than one person on some days. It was just quite remarkable. And the most remarkable blessing was my own son, who contacted me and said, no, I give my kids blessings every day. So he's used to it. He contacted me and he said, I really did a number on my back at the gym. He's a like weightlifter. I really did a number on my back. He said, I've been in bed since yesterday and I can't walk. And I was really worried because I was a nurse and I also had a relative who had a chronic back problem. And I know that if you herniate a disc or really injure your back, you can live with that forever. You know, the medical profession is not really good with backs. So I said, okay, sit tight. I'm going to give you a blessing. So I think over the period of that day that he was in bed, I gave him probably 4 Tao Healing Hands blessings. The next morning, I connected with him. I said, how's your back? And I asked him what his pain level was the day before. He said, oh, it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about an 8. The following day, after 4 Tao Hands blessings, it was down to a 2. He said, I'm getting ready for work. I can walk. I'm okay. I kept giving him blessings that day. And the next day, he told me the pain was gone. I was amazed. To be honest, I was so amazed. And so grateful, like amazing.
I was a nurse. How compare, that's not the right word, but like think back when you were nursing, what would you have been able to do for somebody, for a patient like that? What would you have been able to do for them?
Well, not very much, actually. I mean, mostly people just live with it. They take pain meds, and when they are able to, they maybe get some physio, but it can take months for people to even be able to get out of bed and be able to walk. That when you herniate a disc, that's really serious. So some people don't do very well, other people do a bit better, but it requires a lot of rehab, a lot of time. They used to do spinal fusions for some people that had chronic back pain. I don't even know if they do that anymore, but I think the effectiveness of that is less than 50%, that people get benefit from that. And I was thinking, my kid could be one of these people that has chronic back pain for the rest of his life. He's only 30, right? Like that would not be a good outcome. So yeah, it just seems miraculous to me.
Yeah, when I was listening to you, I was like, wow, but what would they do? So then you said they do spinal fusion. I thought, wow, my sister had that done.
Oh.
She actually had a ruptured disc.
Mm-hmm.
It was just she couldn't get off the floor. But it took her a while,
Mm-hmm.
It took her a while to be able to really function, right? And I was just thinking, you didn't do anything. You didn't touch him. You didn't do anything. You weren't even in the same room. This was all remote. So that's the power, of Tao Healing Hands. That's the power of the field. So what is Tao Healing Hands relative to the Tao Song blessing? It's the same. It's a golden light ball that you carry in, that's transmitted. It's a spiritual golden light ball that's transmitted to your hand. Your hand carries the source field. You activate this source field, and you do exactly what Sharon did. She did it with her friend in person, one-on-one. Barb is doing this with her son remotely. They're not in the same room. They're not in the same house. They're nowhere near each other. And the transformation occurs because the frequency, the vibration, the field is a source field. The hand is just a carrier of the source field. The calligraphy is the carrier of the source field. The song is the carrier of the Tao field. And it is the field that is transforming. It's not the practitioner. It has really nothing to do with me as a practitioner or Barb as a practitioner. It's not because Barb was the mom and that's why the son was healed. It's not. Right? Can you speak to that? Because lots of people will say, well, this was her love. She willed him to heal.
I don't think so. I think it's just turning on the Tao Healing Hands. It can work for anybody. It doesn't have to be someone that you have a particular relationship with. I think that part is irrelevant. It's just activating. It's activating the Tao hands. That's the power. So I work with clients who are grieving. Many of the clients I've worked with have been grieving for quite a long time. And part of my practice now is at the end of every session, I reserve 15 minutes for healing hands. And I tell people right from the get-go that that's what I do. I say I do healings, and I'm offering this to you. And nobody's ever said they don't want it. And many people are benefiting greatly. It moves them forward so much faster than just talking therapy, I find. So it's just part of my practice now.
Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So I invite everybody who is already a Tao Hands practitioner to join us for the training. The training is June 18th and 19th. Suzanne Ecker was with us last week, and she took the training a second time. And the way the training is structured, which is in 3 levels, it really gave her a very deep understanding of the power of Tao Healing Hands and and how to use your Tao Healing Hands. She also was quite active in the 10-day challenge, I noticed. And she said she really understood that it isn't about her, but about the Tao hands. And she said, I don't know why it took me so long, but I finally got it. So I invite you to join the training. So whether you're brand new or whether you are like Sharon who's brand new or whether you're already a Tao Hands practitioner, take the training. Take your training, your Tao Hands training to a completely different level, because the training is different now. It really, really is different. And it would be my honor. I personally will be teaching this session on June 18th and 19th, and we would love to have you be a part of that group that is preparing. Some of them are preparing for certification. They're going to be certified. Some are already certified, but they're deepening their understanding. So I'm going to share my screen for a minute here. I want to kind of recap a little bit. So we started with an explanation of what the Tao calligraphy healing field is. It's a source field. It's all about the field. And the field exists, but we as human beings need something physical. So Master Sha transmits, the source transmits through Master Sha the field into the calligraphies, like the calligraphy behind me. So that calligraphy behind me is carrying the source field. And then all of the calligraphies emanate their field and then collectively create the Tao calligraphy healing field. And so Master Sha sends an order for a field here for Vancouver. Tao Hands practitioner carries the field in their hand. They activate that, and then they call on it to serve their loved ones, their families, or their clients, like Barb is doing. Someone like myself, if I'm singing, if I'm chanting for you, I'm carrying that field, but the sound is the sound is carrying the source field. That sound comes into you, and spreads the field within you, and literally transforms blockages, head to toe, skin to bone. So I'm chanting for Nuri's lungs, for the metal element, but every organ, every system, every cell unit, RNA, DNA, tiniest matter, tiniest bases, has the 5 elements. So she's getting head to toe healing as I'm chanting, right? Every cell has a Y jiao. Every cell has a chi channel. That's the power of the field, yeah? And it's going to every part of her. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for her. If she's able to clear her, lungs. I hope so. I really, really hope so. So I invite you. I would love to serve you. You don't need to have a really difficult condition like the ones that I've been dealing with, and I want you to receive these blessings because they're so extraordinary, and it's really easy right now. I invite you to. You can write to us, Tao Song Blessings. You can write to us at Tao Center, Vancouver at drsha.com. And in the subject line, you can put Tao Song Blessings. And I'll be very happy to serve you. We have another Tao Song singer at the center, and that's Sarah Baker. You can also receive from her. The honor fee for the blessings is $150 right now. And I'll tell you why it's such a bargain. When I've shared this with 2 different practitioners, and they're like, what? And I said, yes, and that's because I'm waiting for my certification. So once I'm certified, that fee is going to change. So I would encourage you, take advantage of this now and get this blessing. You can go ahead and register if you'd like. You can click on it, and there's a link there for registering directly for the Tao Song Blessing. Just go ahead and register. And then I will connect with you myself. If you want to receive it from Sarah, please put that in the comments. Otherwise, I will be offering those blessings. And I will call you. We'll set up a time, and we'll set up about a half hour. I will chant 15 minutes for you. And then the rest of the time, you'll tell me what's going on for yourself, and you'll give me some feedback. And I'm hoping to create for you the same kind of experiences that the 6 people I just worked with, actually 7 people that I worked with, that they had. It would be my great honor to do that. Thank you, Sharon, for being with us. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Barb, for being with us. And I'm so happy for your son. Back pain is, one of the people that I worked with, over 30 years of excruciating pain. He said he's talked to 40. He's seen 40 practitioners. Nobody could help him. They couldn't even figure out what was wrong. Yeah. It's amazing, right? So join us. Receive the Tao Song Blessing. Really boost your healing. If you're a Tao Hands practitioner, join us for the training. It will make a huge difference in your own understanding of the Tao Hands, and then in your ability to use your Tao Hands to serve others. I thank the team. I thank Monique and Sarah. They have amazing third eyes, right? Their readings are so vivid. They're absolutely exquisite in the detail that they're able to see and share. Because it's one thing to see, but can they share? I mean, they share. It's so beautiful. I can literally see what they're seeing. And I thank Mark, who's here doing all the AV that's making all of this happen. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, the rest of the AV team. Nuri, okay, so she's on. She was serving here, okay? And Lydia, thank you so much. And most of all, I thank everybody who's joined us, and I thank Master Sha, because he's the one that makes all of this possible. Can you put in your calendar that you're going to join us next week? We'll have some more surprises and some more opportunities for you to experience transformation. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I would be honored to serve you, to serve your loved ones, to serve your friends, and to serve your colleagues. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everyone.